everybody, how are you tonight? Just going to start doing a little bit of layout on this radiator cover that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. Got some of my friends out here, the ones who I had an extra set of stickers for that I haven't put up anywhere yet. I talked to Danny at DG Retro Customs. He gave me a really great idea on this that I'm looking forward to using. A tool that is going to allow me to do the flanging the way I wanted to. And I remember seeing him doing a video, several months ago. And then, to be perfectly honest, I just forgot about it. And so here I am, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get some basic lines down here for starters, and see if I can't get some lines on this aluminum. Went to the eye doctor this afternoon, and I still can't hardly see a thing, so you can see like I'm squinting. I am. I'll turn this light on for a second. Going to be putting a rolled flange on this all the way around after I get my bead in here and take care of some of that stuff. Bluing out here. You know what? I'm going to do that first, so I can lay a good line down. Widen this a little bit. You can leave in the comments. I see some of the guys using the spray-on dye, layout dye. Do you prefer that, or do you like to brush it on? The spray sure looks convenient, but I don't know how there's much waste or anything like that. If you use more, I don't know. I've always just used this through my career, but hey, I'm open to suggestions. I'd like to know, you guys, what do you do? Let's let that dry. Maybe I'll help it along a little bit here. So I've got Desert Rat 2000 here tonight. StuffWithCleatus, Iron Horse Garage, Bryce, deCastro, and Frankie. Outlaw Edge, Arco and Heidi, in 242 Auto Works. Appreciate you guys being here with me tonight. All right, let's see if we can get a line out here. I usually use a drop bow compass. Have you ever seen a drop bow compass before for this type of a layout? I should see if I have it. I'll be right back. find it one of these days and show you guys. It's you've probably used them before. It's basically an axis, like looking at this stripe here, and then there's a compass, and this one leg moves and it swings on that axis. So you're not turning the whole compass or dividers, you're just swinging that one leg. Makes it really easy to be stable with that and get a nice clean arc that easy to work with. But this works fine too, especially when you don't put too much dye on here. Let's see. A little bit wet, I think. Work okay. I'm just laying this line parallel to the edge here, and the line I'm putting on here now, I just added that ½ inch for that rolled hem. All right, that's that. Now, going to center this on those two lines that I laid out there for that ½ inch flange. That as parallel as possible. Now I'm just going to scribe a light line right here, because I'm going to some of this will be a raw trim and some of it will have the flange on it. Okay, now I got to clean this up a little bit. If I can kind of sort of find the center of that radius. It'd be nice to be able to lay it out with a nice line, true radius. Yeah, it looks real good. Had this template laying around for too long. It's got a little bit ragged on the edges. I'm going to have to lay out this Chevy emblem. I'm going to wait till I get everything cut out, located on the car exactly how I want it, and then I'll lay out the bow tie, as my mom reminded me when I called it a Chevy emblem the other day on one of my videos. But I'm going to make a small 3-piece die to form this Chevy emblem in the surface of this part, and I think it'll be a real nice thing. And the reason I want to make a nice little die is so I can reuse it in future applications. I'm also, I have another line here a ½ inch away from this line, and that's where the bead center will go. Okay, I'll probably run the bead down to about here, and then I'll stop it before I get to this hole. Same thing on this side. I'll run it around here and probably stop it right along where this little transition is, if you can see it, right here, and then this will become raw edge And the same thing here, this will be a raw edge, there'll be no flange or a bead or anything there, just be flat sheet metal. If need be, I'll put some type of stripping or something along it so it's not a sharp edge where anybody would get cut. And then I'll also be running a bead right down through here on this side. Probably be something small, like an 1/8" bead. Something I can stiffen it up with. I'm going to put a little bit of shape in it so it follows the contour of the top of the rad support. And yeah, we'll take it one step at a time and see how it goes. But that's the general plan right now. All right, so down here, this looks good. Like I said, this is going to be a raw edge. Going to come straight off this way. So when I form the flange around here, I'll have a nice straight edge to work off of. I'll leave a generous radius in here. You don't want any really sharp radiuses or sharp corners in these areas because it's subject to cracking. I am going to do a little bit of add a little bit of material down here for now. You can always cut it off later. Perfect. All right, let's see here. I always keep my layout die dryer with me. Never lets me down. I'm going to do something here similar to what I'm doing down there. I'm going to make this line straight 1/2 inch off of the original trim line, so I can also wrap that around underneath. Okay, and may not be able to see it with the Iron Horse cell phone holder in front of it there, but then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come off of this raw edge right here at the tangent of this radius on the corner, 90 degrees, and the same thing over here at this radius. I'm going to come off of here 90 degrees. So basically what I'll end up with, put a nice little radius in there just like I mentioned on the other end, and I'll be able to fold this end over. I'll have a raw trim edge on the radius corners. If all that made sense. Little freehand layout here. Nice, radius that off nice. Come down to here, and then along this same brake line is where I want the trim line to be. So that's the brake line, and I want my trim line on the corner here to be there and intersect with this radius. I'm not going to lay the holes out off of this template because, like I said, it's been laying around for a while. I'm going to basically take it over to the car. I may even take the frame brace or the braces off the car and put a transfer punch in those and transfer the holes to the back side of this piece. That way I know everything's in exactly the right position. That line, 90 degrees here. Okay. One thing about aluminum, in the automotive industry at least, when you're manufacturing something that's using aluminum, it could be in the stamping process, it could be in the assembly process with different types of tools and whatnot, but it's very sticky, you know, gummy, and it'll build up on different types of tools, or you know, it's something that has to have some maintenance usually to keep tools from getting gummed up and you know, things getting stuck to them and tools breaking. It's really amazing the shavings and things like that in piercing applications, when you're piercing little holes and you get these little shavings that just build up, and it's much worse than steel. So there's a lot of little things about working with aluminum that, you know, make things a little bit tricky. So, hey, I'm gonna pull the camera down and I'll show you the line and what the plan is, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the layout. I'll kind of give you an overall if I can get high enough. Okay, so coming down here to this end, I'll be coming 90 degrees off of this trim edge. This will be a flange that gets rolled under. Okay, so about I don't know, quarter-inch in or so, we'll have the break where that goes underneath. Then we'll come around here, and this trim line will follow, put a nice radius in that corner, come out 90 degrees to this break that we'll have here. Come down to the end of the trim line, come into the corner, nice radius is in there, and then we have just a long straight line all the way down here to the end of the this piece here. Come in 90 degrees to the trim line again, and then this is going to be a raw trim edge all the way around this corner and down to here. This is the other end of the first end I showed you, where this will be a break. Now there'll be a all along the periphery, there's going to be I'm going to roll a bead in here from, you know, one end to the other of the part. Okay, so this is basically how that piece is going to set and cover the rad support in the top of the radiator itself. The cardboard obviously doesn't have the shape that I'm planning on having it when it's done. It'll have kind of a bowed up shape like this, so it kind of follows the contour of the top of the rad support. You can see, I think, that the top of this is flat, and you can see the transition of going from here where it's almost level with this to where it's above by about, I don't know, maybe 5/8 or 3/4 of an inch back down to flush here. So that's the project. DeWitt. Great radiator, great cooling system. All right, everybody, this is part one. Thanks for watching.